Hello dear students, and welcome you all in this next class where we are going to discuss a bit more on the new topic house drainage system. And after discussing this all, very less will be remaining from the unit 1 to discuss. So I hope you all are preparing very nicely for your midterm exams. So in this class we are going to understand different topics starting from the introduction to the house drainage system, and then some basic terminology for that, and principles of house drainage system, why we go for it, what is the need for that. And after understanding the principles, we will also understand what are the components, how to do this. So there are different components for house drainage system: pipes, traps, sanitary fittings, and at the end we will discuss system of plumbing and house drainage plan. So I think in this video we would be covering till these 4 points, and in the next video we will cover up these two also. Alright, so till now we have understood how the water is supplied to our home from the municipality or the main pipelines to the branch pipelines to our homes. And after consuming those water coming through the plumbing fixtures, that water will become wastewater, and then we have to discharge that wastewater, and that is the house drainage system. So it has got 3 components in its name: house plus drainage plus system. So house is a general civilian house, and we are not going to understand about the commercial and industrial setups. And then the drainage. Drainage is important because there are 2 functions in the plumbing. One is the supply and another is the drainage. For supply of water you need pressure. The pipe carries water under pressure, but drainage do not require pressure. It goes simply under gravity flow. Alright, so this is the basic difference, and for this also we have to provide certain system. Otherwise, if the system is blocked, then the path of inflow is there but the outflow is blocked, then the entire system will be choked. So why house drainage system is used? We all know for better sanitation, cleanliness, and for a good serviceable life of building, we have to have a very ambient environment inside our home. Gone are the days when people used to go and evacuate their stomach outside. The motto of the nation is not only just Swachh Bharat but also Swasth Bharat. So that's why house drainage system has got more importance, not just because of cleanliness but also of sanitation. And at the last, what are the different components of house drainage system? So some basic terminology related with house drainage system are: wastewater, the water which has already been consumed once. See, wastewater can also be of 2 types. One is the black water, that is simple discharge from the kitchen, and another is the soil water, that is discharge from the bathrooms. And try to understand this, that we can't reuse soil water but we can reuse black water. Alright, so this is also being done in most of the countries, Arabian countries, where water is in scarcity. And then comes the sewage. Sewage is the discharge of wastewater from the residential buildings. And then is the sewage system, the system that assists in discharging the sewage from the house to the sewage disposal plant. And then comes the plumbing system, this we have discussed. Then the sewage. Sewage is a word which is used as a synonym to sewage. And then sewer. Sewer are the drains which carries wastewater or the rainwater. And then is the soil pipe, that pipe which carries soil water. Then comes the waste pipe. Waste pipe is that pipe which carries the wastewater or the black water. And then is the vent pipe. Vent pipe ventilates the foul gases or toxic fumes that is going to be produced in the sewage system to the atmosphere. And then is the manhole. Manhole is the holes provided in the drainage system or sewage system so that we can intercept those regions where it can get blocked. And as the name suggests, this hole is of size such that a man can enter into it and can clean that and then can come out. And the last is the traps. Traps are those water trapping system which do not allow the foul gases which is generated in the sewage system to come into our houses through the plumbing fixtures. Alright, so all these basic terminologies we have understood in a video on plumbing glossary, but today we will be discussing more on the principles of designing house drainage system and its components. Alright, so what are the principles, what are the most important principles or requirements for designing house drainage system? The principles which we can't compromise. Alright, so there are different principles laid down here, like laying seabirds by the side of building. So this is very important. Before constructing even our own house, we have to first of all lay down the drains or the sewers for the proper discharge, and then the sewage system should be properly ventilated. So that's why we provide different air vents. Alright, and then enough number of traps. We don't want to save money in providing less number of traps. Rather, the more number of traps we provide in our house, the more clean and ambient is the environment inside. And then the joints must be watertight. And to achieve watertight joints, we have discussed different types of sealing materials, like that sealing tape or the chemical adhesives or plumbers putty, if you remember all these. And as I have always said you that drainage is under the gravity flow. So for ensuring a proper discharge under gravity, we must provide proper gradient to the sewers or even to the floors. Just like you go into the bathrooms, there is a proper gradient provided in the slab. Alright. Otherwise, what you will see in poorly constructed house, that water is accumulated and is lying there and is the source of mosquitoes to breed in, and that's because they have not provided the proper gradient on the slabs or the floors. So flow under gravity, this also we have understood. Easy cleaning, repair and maintenance. So how it can be done? See, the cleaning, repair and maintenance can really become easier if we use plumbing fixtures that have adequate number of eyes wherever turns happens, 45 degree, 90 degree. If we are going to use a plumbing fixtures, जैसे कोई plumbing fixtures use कर रहे हैं तो उसमें ना एक eye होती है, and that eye we can open it and we can very easily clean it if it gets choked. So these things helps us. And then the straight drains, we don't want complicated design of drains. Rainwater pipe, yes, it is also important, because sometimes in some regions if there is too much precipitation, then it may happen that our designed plumbing system may fail. So rainwater pipe is a separate pipe than the other drainage pipe, because mostly the rain occurs on the roof or the terrace. So that water we can simply transport in a separate pipe. Why we should go for mixing that rainwater in the common discharge system and then it will go into the sewer lines, and that there also it will choke up. Also in some cases anti-siphonous pipe is also used. I will discuss it why it is used, because sometimes due to pressure differences the pipe flow is obstructed. So to avoid the phenomena of siphonage to occur in the pipes, we use anti-siphonous pipes. Alright, so these all are the fundamental principles or requirements for a good design of house drainage system. But how to do this? With the help of different components of house drainage system. So I have categorized basically into 3 categories of different components of house drainage system. So the very first component is the pipes, and we have discussed different types of pipes based on different materials. But in this section we will be discussing different types of pipes based on different purposes or functions that they serve. And the second one is the traps. Traps are very essential. As we have discussed it, it is divided according to the shape as well as according to the use. According to shape, there are P trap, Q trap and S trap. And according to use, there are floor trap, gully trap, grease trap, intercepting trap, and the third one is the sanitary fittings. So as far as traps are concerned, we have discussed it in detail. Let us look into pipes and sanitary fittings. So pipes are classified into different categories based on different functions that they are going to serve. Just like there can be soil pipe, there can be vent pipe, waste pipe, rain pipe, and anti-siphonous pipe. Alright, so these all are the 5 different types of pipes. And then comes the sanitary fittings, and they are like plumbing fixtures like wash basins, and then is the sink, bathtub. WC, what is WC? It's quiz for you. Anyone knows? Water closet. Then comes the urinal. Last one is the flushing system. So I have kept only 6 sanitary fittings, which is mostly important as far as this course is concerned. So now let us have a fast recap on types of traps. So based on the shape, P trap, S trap and Q trap, you can see it very clearly. And the type of traps according to use is the floor trap, which is also known as akka, nahni trap. And then comes the gully trap, and gully trap is usually made of a stoneware, and a cast iron grating is also provided at the top. And then comes the intercepting trap. It is provided at the junction of a house sewer and municipal sewer, and it prevents entry of foul gases from the public sewer to house drainage. It is also known as disconnecting trap or interceptor trap. So the cross-sectional diagram is also shown here. Then comes a few advantages and disadvantages of intercepting trap. So sometimes if intercepting trap is very difficult to use, we can also use gully trap. Alright. And then comes the grease trap, where large quantity of oily waste is generated, mostly in the food processing unit or the big mega kitchens. It is always used, which prevents the formation of ugly scum, which is ultimately going to cause the blockage to re-aeration. So all this we have discussed in a separate video. So let us start understanding these types of pipes. See, in this context, I am classifying different types of pipes based on different functions that they are going to serve. It may happen that the same PVC pipe may be called as a waste pipe in the same home, and the same PVC pipe may become the soil pipe, or it may also become rainwater pipe. It all depends on the purpose that they are going to serve. So let us have a quick definition of all the different types of pipe. So if I call a pipe waste pipe, what does it mean? That pipe which carries sewage or the black water, mainly from the kitchen or the bathing areas or the places where house is cleaned and the wastewater is discharged. See, this waste pipe is separate from the soil pipe. What is soil pipe? Soil pipe is that pipe which carries sewage from bathrooms. See, sometimes sewage is basically considered as the bathroom discharge and sewage is the kitchen discharge. But I do not differentiate much between these terms. But for perfection, if you like to remember, you can remember that waste pipe carries the black water or the kitchen discharge or the sewage, whereas the soil pipe carries the sewage or the bathroom discharge or the soil water. Alright. And then comes the vent pipe, and vent pipe is the pipe installed for the purpose of ventilation, which ventilates the foul gases which is going to be produced inside the sewage system to the atmosphere. And it is very commonly seen that this pipe is used always beside the house and it goes up to the terrace. And then comes the rainwater pipe, as I have discussed, that pipe which carries only the rainwater discharge from the terrace to the sewers. We are not going to mix rainwater discharges with the waste pipe or the soil pipe discharges, which is designed for small purposes, and by this way we also do not pollute the rainwater unnecessarily. And the last one is the anti-siphonous pipe. Basic function of maintaining a proper pressure differences in the piping system, and it doesn't allow the siphonic action to take place. See, due to siphonic actions, what happens? The water discharge gets stopped and inside pressure gets built, and it do not allow the discharge to occur. So anti-siphonage pipe reduces the pressure formation inside the pipe wherever it happens, and it also maintains proper ventilation in the pipe. And depending on different types of pipe we are going to use in house drainage system, we provide the pipes of different sizes. Just like you are seeing this table here. In the first column you are seeing different types of pipe, and corresponding to that different sizes of pipe is listed in the second column. Just like if we are going to provide soil pipe, we have to use pipe diameter 100 mm, and for rainwater pipe 75 mm diameter, vent pipe 50 mm diameter. So this is called pipe sizing, and this is also a part of our topic. Now comes different components of sanitary fittings, and this is going to be a bit more interesting. So the first one is the wash basin. Many a times I have heard and experienced the people using the word wash basin and sink synonymously, but this is not true. Both are different. So all those basins which you see in the bathrooms are wash basins, and they can be made of porcelain, stainless steel or plastic. So these wash basins are available into two shapes. First one is the flat back pattern. As you can see, this is the picture of flat back pattern. If you see, the back is flat, whereas the second one is the angle back pattern. And if you notice in the picture of angle back pattern wash basins, the back is angular, okay, and different sizes in which the wash basin is available are listed here. Next component of sanitary fittings is the sinks. They are normally rectangular basins, but they are never being used inside the bathrooms, but they are used in kitchen or laboratory for cleaning utensils and glasswares. Even literally, if you try to understand, wash basins is a basin where we are going to wash our hands, mouth, teeth, but sink is a basin where we are going to sink our utensils or glasswares for cleaning purposes. Alright, so these sinks are made of glazed earthenware, stainless steel or enameled pressed steel. Alright, and I can't explain all these materials in detail right now in this course, otherwise it will become really big. You can just remember some of these materials. And these kitchen sinks are available in different sizes like this, whereas laboratory sinks are available into different sizes like this. Next component of sanitary fittings is the bathtubs, but it is always commonly seen in luxurious houses, those who are fond of having long bathing and that too luxuriously. So these bathtubs are made of iron or steel coated with enamel or enameled porcelain or a plastic. It is provided with outlets and outflow pipes, usually 40 mm diameter, and conventional size of bathtub, it must be like of a bed size. So the length is almost 1.7 meter to 1.85 meter, and width is 0.7 meter and depth is 0.6 meter. Next component of sanitary fitting is water closet, and we represent it in the layout or the map as WC. And water closet is always designed to receive human excreta directly and convey to the septic tank that we construct beside our home or underground sewer through a trap. And they are of three types. First one is the Indian type, second one is the European type or Western type, third one is the Anglo-Indian type. So let us discuss all these three types of water closet one by one. The first one is the Indian type water closet, and this is very simple in construction, and it is used in squatting position, means sitting position. And this water closet is made of material called porcelain, and there are the pan and the trap are available as two separate pieces. Alright, pan means that which collects the human excreta, and trap is mostly the pea trap which is used. Closet is set up at the floor level, and pair of footrests are provided on both sides of the pan. If this is our pan, then footrests are these FR1 and FR2, and the length of pan may varies from 450 mm to 675 mm, and water seal varies from 50 mm to 75 mm. Next type of water closet is European type water closet, and it is usually made of porcelain. See, porcelain material is again and again coming, so let me explain it also. Porcelain is a ceramic material made by heating clay type materials to high temperature. And which type of clay we use? The clay are of also different type, and we mostly include clay in the form of kaolinite. And porcelain can be of two types. One is the hard paste porcelain, which is heated up to 1400 degrees Celsius, and it can be soft paste porcelain, which is just fired at 1200 degrees Celsius. And in our day-to-day language, it is also known as chini mitti. Pan has got a flushing rim. What is the function of this rim? Rim means a circular metallic tube. What does it have? It has many holes, and it spread the flush water throughout the pan thoroughly to clean the human excreta, and the water flows through it under very high pressure from the cistern. The closet is either fitted with P-trap or S-trap. One very important thing is that it can also be used at upper floors, while in case of Indian type water closet, the upper floor has to be depressed to receive the pan फिक्स्ड एट फ्लोर लेवल. देखिए इंडियन टाइप वाटर क्लोजेट की क्या प्रॉब्लम है कि उसे फ्लोर लेवल पे ही फिक्स करना होता है. एंड इफ यू वांट टू इंस्टॉल योर वाटर क्लोजेट ऑन द फ्लोर लेवल, then you have to depress the floor level. While in case of European type water closet, there is no such issue of depressing the floors. And in this type of water closet, the sitting posture is like sitting on a chair. Alright. The third type of water closet is a combination of above two different types of water closet, because it serves both the facility for those person who are comfortable in a squatting position, as well as for those person who are comfortable in sitting position like on a chair. So both the Indian water closet and European water closet is now clubbed together into Anglo-Indian type water closet. Alright, so these are the footrest also made, and this is the pan, and this is the plastic cover, which is also additionally provided for those who are comfortable in sitting position. Here closet is fixed 400 mm above the floor level, so no problem of depressing the floor slab. In this case, most of the design is similar to the European water closet. Alright, next component of sanitary fitting is urinals, and they are of two types: bowl type urinals and a stall type urinals. And this has got a single cistern, a small tank, which flushes all the urinals installed in the stall type. Alright, so this type of urinals are used in public places or those places which has got more gatherings, whereas bowl type urinals are mostly common in personal residential homes. And the shape is also given here. So the content of urinals are collected and discharged into the soil pipe, not the waste pipe, through the floor trap. Automatic flushing cistern are generally provided for stall type urinals, which operates at regular interval of 10 to 15 minutes. The stall type urinal normally has more than 1 units with a center to center spacing of 0.6 to 0.7 meter. One very important component of sanitary fitting urinal is the flushing cistern, and we have discussed it very clearly that cisterns are small tank which are provided with a tap for cleaning of hands, and in case of bathroom, cistern are used for flushing. So they are of two type: valveless siphonic type, or it is also known as bell type cistern. And you can see in the diagram of this cistern, it has got a bell which has to be pulled through a chain. So this is bell type cistern. So this cistern do not have any valve, whereas the second one is valve fitted siphonic type, and this is also known as float type because it has got a float ball, and this ball is connected with a valve here with the help of a float rod, and this ball floats on the water, and this is the siphonic action, and this is the handle. Everything we can see inside the picture of a tank or cistern. Alright, so the next topic would be very interesting, where we will be discussing system of plumbing and piping system, pipe sizing, pipe installation, pipe repair, etc. But before going further, we would like to end our class here. Stay tuned and stay safe. Thank you.